Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this explosive edition of entertainment news where the worlds of music royalty and daytime television collide in the most unexpected way imaginable. Picture this, the glittering studios of ITV's Loose Women, a show renowned for its candid chats, fiery debates, and unfiltered opinions from a panel of bold women who fearlessly tackle everything from politics to personal scandals. Today, we're diving headfirst into the heart-pounding drama that unfolded just last week, an incident so shocking it has sent ripples through the celebrity sphere and left fans worldwide gasping in disbelief. The title says it all: Elton John kicked off Loose Women after heated argument with Denise Welch. Yes, you heard that right, the legendary Sir Elton John, the man behind timeless anthems like Rocket Man and Your Song, found himself unceremoniously shown the door from one of Britain's most beloved talk shows following a clash that escalated faster than a crescendo in one of his piano solos. But how did we get here? Let's rewind to set the stage properly. Loose Women has been a staple of British afternoon television since its inception in 1999, evolving from a simple panel discussion format into a cultural phenomenon where celebrities, politicians, and everyday heroes alike spill their secrets under the watchful eyes of hosts like Denise Welch, a veteran panelist whose no-holds-barred style has made her both a fan favorite and a lightning rod for controversy. As the interview progressed, the air in the Loose Women studio thickened with an undercurrent of unease, the kind that precedes a summer storm, calm on the surface but charged with electricity. Elton, resplendent in a tailored velvet jacket adorned with his signature oversized lapels and a pair of heart-shaped shades that screamed retro chic, leaned into the microphone with the charisma that's captivated arenas from Wembley to Madison Square Garden. "Darlings, it's been a wild ride," he purred in that unmistakable falsetto-tinged baritone, recounting tales of composing hits in the wee hours for lyricist Bernie Taupin, his partner in crime for over 5 decades. The panel nodded appreciatively, and Nadia Sawalha gushing over Candle in the Wind, Judy Love cracking jokes about Elton's enduring style influencing everyone from Harry Styles to RuPaul's Drag Race queens. But then came the pivot, the moment when the producers, sensing a ratings goldmine, steered the chat toward more personal waters. "Elton, your civil partnership to David was such a milestone, not just for you but for LGBTQ+ rights worldwide," Christine prompted, her smile encouraging. "We've heard some fabulous stories from guests who were there. What's one memory that still makes you chuckle?" Elton's eyes lit up, launching into a vivid recount of the Windsor Castle ceremony, the champagne flowing like rivers, the guest list reading like a who's who of glamour, Donatella Versace air-kissing cheeks, Ozzy Osbourne mumbling toasts, and Elton himself belting out an impromptu "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with Kiki D as backup. With the studio now a pressure cooker on the verge of explosion, the heated exchange between Elton John and Denise Welch reached fever pitch, each salvo more pointed than the last, turning the Loose Women set into a verbal coliseum where gladiators of glamour dueled for dignity. Elton, his cheeks flushed beneath a layer of impeccable stage makeup, rose slightly from his seat, his bejeweled fingers gripping the edge of the table as if anchoring himself against the tide of indignation. "Fold? Oh, that's rich coming from the queen of tell-all tales," he shot back, his voice modulating from baritone growl to piercing falsetto for emphasis, a trick borrowed from his concert encores. "You've built a brand on bearing it a la bravo, but when it treads on my turf, it's not entertainment, it's encroachment. I invited friends to celebrate love, not to fuel your fodder factory." The accusation stung, painting Denise as a tabloid vulture circling celebrity carcasses, a narrative she'd fought against since her Coronation Street days when typecasting threatened to eclipse her talent. But Denise Welch was forged in the fires of resilience, her eyes, sharp as flint, sparked with defiance as she countered without missing a beat. "Fodder factory? Pot, kettle, sequins. Your whole career's a spectacle. Drug confessions in documentaries, feuds with Eminem splashed across papers. You dole out drama like confetti at a pride parade, then cry foul when someone catches a piece? Hypocrisy's the real diva here, Elton." Her words sliced through the tension like a well-aimed stiletto, eliciting whoops from the audience's back rows where the working-class contingent rallied behind her underdog vibe. Judy Love, sensing the ship listing, interjected with her trademark booming bass, "All right, loves, let's pump the brakes, we're here to uplift, not undercut." But the momentum was a runaway train, fueled by years of industry inequities where women like Denise bore the brunt of scrutiny while men like Elton donned capes of invincibility. The argument deepened, veering into the thorny thicket of gender double standards, a topic loose women had dissected ad nauseum but never with such star-powered stakes. "Women are expected to be open books," Denise pressed, her Geordie accent thickening with passion. "Spill our guts for ratings, then get slut-shamed for the pages. You write one memoir, and it's genius. I share a bathroom yarn, and I'm the villain? Spare me the sermon on sanctity. You've auctioned your soul for streams." The climax of this colossal clash crested like a wave about to crash. The Loose Women studio transformed into a theater of the absurd where egos eclipsed etiquette and decorum danced off the dance floor. Denise Welch, her posture ramrod straight, delivered her most incendiary volley yet, her voice a velvet thunderclap that commanded silence amid the storm. "Bridges? You know about burning those, wouldn't you, Elton? Remember slagging off your own bandmates in the press, or that Twitter tirade against the press for prying into your parenting pot, meat kettly black as your patent leathers?" The specificity stung, dredging up Elton's 2019 spat with the Sun over Sun Zachary's privacy, a hypocrisy Denise wielded like a well-sharpened wit. The audience buzzed, some applauding her archival accuracy, others shifting uncomfortably as the icon's armor showed chinks. Elton, momentarily stunned, recovered with a flourish worthy of his Dodger days, his response a rhetorical rocket launch. "Prying? That's your playbook, Denise eavesdropping on empires you envy. My fights were for family, yours are for 15 minutes, recycled for relevance in a rotating roster of regrets. Loose women? More like loose lips sink ships." The metaphor, nautical nonsense laced with naval warfare, landed with lethal precision, branding the show and by extension, Denise as a sinking vessel of sensationalism. Jaws dropped across the panel Nadia while his hand flew to her mouth, while Kay Adams, absent this day but a veteran of such volleys, would have nodded knowingly from the wings. Laughter bubbled uneasily from the cheap seats, but the core crew cringed, sensing the shift from spar to slaughter. Denise's eyes narrowed to slits, her retort a rapid-fire rebuttal that blended biography with bite. "Sinking ships," says the man who captained the HMS Success, coke-fueled cruises through the 80s, now captaining the SS. Self-righteous.